Well, hello. Let's go check out the Hill River State Forest. I got some GPS coordinates I would like to go check out, so I'm taking you with me. Here's my new camp. Very nice. Got a picnic table and a fire pit. We're starting off in the Land O' Lake State Forest, and we'll be headed to the Hill River State Forest. We're on Ben Draper Forest Road, heading west to Highway 6, and then we'll get on 161 Forest Service Road and cut across the woods to Hill River onto the tar. Then we'll head on Highway 200 to the east. I believe these are called Cherokee Rose. Got a few of them here. And we got some white flowers here. They might be berries. Still on Ben Draper Road. Let's turn right on to Highway 6. From Highway 6, we'll turn right on 161. We're gonna stay on 161. That was a big bird, big eagle. And we're cutting across the Land O' Lakes State Forest right now. There are a couple of spots on this road right here. We're going to turn left here, and then when we get to the tar road, that'll be 200. We'll take a right on 200 until we get to our Forest Service Road. I'm double checking my maps here to make sure I got where I think I can get to. And we're looking for more spots for the Gypsy Wagon. So the objective here is to find good roads, no fallen trees, see how far in we can get, check cell service. All right, we're in Hill River State Forest. Now, not every state forest you can camp in, so this is also why I like to go look with my own eyes, see how the state forest is and if it's accommodating. State Forest Road 55-1. Now, I really enjoyed this sign here because this is so true. It all depends on you. The roads weren't too bad here at the first little bit, but this is also the most used. Every time I pull over, it's either something of interest or a spot. This is the main gate to get into the wilderness area, and this is also where the roads start to go downhill. It was very pretty here and lots of wildlife, as you'll see. So right across this little narrow here is the first spot, and still had good cell service, which the only bad thing about it was there was a burrow den right here on the ground on the right side of the road. But it looked like it got good sun, and if you were okay with having, a furry guest come by, that would be a decent spot.
It's a turtle.
Lots of wildlife. I saw a few turtles on this trip. I saw a turkey. I saw some deer. Lots of wildlife in here. Ruffled Grouse Refuge, that would be fun hunting. this was the road I thought I had to go on. Gypsy Wagon ain't going down that road. And then I looked at that sign and it said 4x4, and it was a very steep hill. Gypsy Wagon ain't going down that hill. So there was 3 spots that I saw that Gypsy Wagon could be on. And right here was one. Beautiful flowers. Very level, good sun. Okay, double check map. There was a couple of little rough spots. Here was 2. This was another nice little spot. Make sure you go the speed limit, guys. That was 2 spots there. That was nice. Flowers again. I really enjoyed the wildlife here. It was fun to see. This turtle was super chill. Let me do, like, I drove right by him and then he didn't move at all. So I was like, okay, let's whip out the drone and do a little aerial. And he was just as curious as I was, I do believe. Little painted turtle. I would say 5-6 years old. It was fun. It was fun to see that guy. Well, time's a wasting since the sun is setting. This was the last spot that I would go to right outside the gate there. There was a big fire pit down there. Nice little daisy flowers. And then there was like maybe one more on this road headed out towards back to the tar road. I think on the right side up here. But this is the way home. We're gonna stop off in Remmer. So, as I'll show you in the end of the video, I like to go to the maps and check out the state forest before I take the Gypsy Wagon there. But I'll take you online and show you which state forest is, or they tell you if you can disperse camp in them. So if they don't have anything that says disperse camping, you cannot camp there. You will get the knock, and that's no fun at 2 o'clock in the morning. So stay around to the end of the video and I'll show you how I go about that. We are going to stop off in Remmer here. It's just a little wayside stop. It's the Bigfoot stand. I don't know why Bigfoot and Yeti and Sasquatch are getting so much love online, but you know, I'm here to support local businesses, and if this stop was open, I would have got an ice cream for sure. But they do have these little picture posts here, and I thought I would partake in this. It was fun. Here we go. That one's for the scrapbook right there. Well, guys, this is kind of how I go about it. We cut across the woods, and now we cut across the country on tar here. I did find a couple of spots, so I tagged them in my GPS. I hope you guys stick around. You'll see a video of that in the future. But yeah, we're just headed back to camp in the Land O'Lakes State Forest. This was actually really good for me because I needed to get signage for my videos, and I accomplished that right here. I got some signage, and I got some other signage for this video, so this trip was good. If you haven't watched any of my other videos, you're more than welcome to. The recent ones that I just put out about the Strawberry Moon, that one was a lot of fun to make. And then the 6 Mile Lake Campground video was fun to make. I hope you guys go check those out as well. But this is how the Gypsy goes about getting to these off-grid spots and make sure that she don't get stuck. You know, because that would be a horrible big bill. Get stuck out in the middle of nowhere like this. No cell service, nothing like that. Here was another turtle we found nesting. This was a snapper. Big boy. Very big boy. But it was good to go on this little trip. It's nice to see pollinators at work too. And another snapper. I saw three today. Well, we're back at the Gypsy Wagon. Stick around, we'll go through. My buddy Albert's the one that sent me on this little trip. He watches that Kenny of All Trades, and he thought this was one of his video spots, which, I mean, probably is, but no way Gypsy Wagon's going to get down those dirt roads way back in there. So he thought he'd check his Onyx app, and he did. He sent me a different way of getting in there. So this is how I check it. I go into Google Maps, and then I click on Hill River, and it takes me to the state page, and you scroll down, and you see the recreation opportunities. Bam, it says disperse camping right there. If it didn't say disperse camping, you couldn't go in there. Okay? So that's how you look that up. I'm double checking everything, read through everything, make sure it says, time limits or something like that. But that's how I make sure that I'm good to go on state forest land. Thanks for watching.